Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. This channel is where we dive into the world of jewelry making, a place where we learn how to make necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. And if you like sparkly jewelry, you're in the right place because today we're going to be making this gorgeous collarbone necklace with a matching pair of earrings. As you can see, this necklace features lots of sparkly crystals in very soft colors. And these beads came from the GGC Treasure Bag from the Autumn Showcase. There were two releases, Sunset and Sunrise, and these are from the Sunset collection. Now, if you're not familiar with this bag, I'll leave some information down below in the description section of this video, along with a link to the website. And don't forget that I always model my jewelry at the end of the video, so please stick around for that. So let's go ahead and get started. And here we have the GGC Treasure Bag. Like I mentioned a few moments ago, there were two releases, Sunrise and Sunset, and this is the Sunset collection. And guys, let me tell you, it was absolutely packed with beads. There were a total of 13 strands, which were very long, as well as a bunch of loose beads and some pendants and metal components, and it even came with chain. There was so much to choose from. It was absolutely mesmerizing. And that's the reason why these bags sell out so quickly. They're actually limited edition bags. It's not a subscription. So once they're gone, they're gone. Now, if you don't want to miss out on the next release, what I recommend you do is go to the website and sign up for notifications, so the next time they get ready to release a bag, you won't miss out. And I did do an unboxing video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. But anyway, let me show you the materials we'll be using for today's project. Here are the beads we're going to use to make the necklace and earrings. We have these lovely loose beads and a couple of strands. Now, these are actually AAA graded, which means they're pretty high quality crystals, and they measure approximately 10 millimeters. I've already made some beaded components out of them, as you can see. Here's a close-up. Isn't it pretty? I just love this bead. I love how it's faceted. It's very unusual. The faceting is kind of twisted. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very unique. Now, these are called lantern glass beads, and the color is rainbow gold, and they measure 6 by 4.5 millimeters, and they're electroplated. Let me show you. Look how beautiful these are. They're so pretty. I love how they sparkle, and I love this color. They're absolutely stunning. And these are faceted rondelles. They're also electroplated, and the color is rainbow peach puff. Let me show you. You can definitely see the rainbow effect. These are so pretty. I knew I had to use these when I saw them. Aren't they gorgeous? They really are. And actually, I've already used some of them. That's why the strand is a bit short. Here are the beaded components we're going to be making today. I thought I would make some ahead of time. Let me give you a close-up. As you can see, there's a ring of small rondelles in the middle, and then two large ones on either side. And I'm going to show you how to make this component today. Let me show you what else we'll be using today. We're going to be using some craft wire, and I have two different gauges here. I have 20 gauge and 26 gauge, and both of these are in a gold color, as you can see. Here's some additional items. These did not come in the bag. These are from my own collection. I have an extended chain, a lobster clasp, a 4mm jump ring, 3 ball head pins, and 2 ear wire hooks. Now, the bag did come with some toggle clasps, and you can certainly use one of those if you want to. But I wanted to put an extended chain on my necklace, and that's why I'm using a lobster clasp. 2 of these ball head pins are for the earrings, and the other one is for the extended chain. I'm going to be embellishing it with a bead. And I know you're probably wondering why I'm using silver ear wire hooks. That's because I always use stainless steel. I know a lot of people are sensitive to metals. I'm actually one of them. But another option, if you didn't want to use stainless steel, you could use some 18 karat gold plated ear wire hooks if you want to. They're usually pretty safe for most people, although I think with time, the gold plating does wear out. So you need to take that into account. So now that we've gone over the materials, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have all my beads lined up. And like I said, I did make some beaded components ahead of time. I'm going to start by showing you how to make this one. And here I've cut myself a 3-inch piece of 26 gauge wire. And by the way, breaking news, I will be trimming my nails this weekend, hopefully. So they're definitely not going to be this long. I know some of you don't like that. And I'm actually not cutting them because of anything anybody said. I'm cutting them because I want to. And that's the honest truth. So anyway, let me show you how to do this. I'm going to start by loading 5 of these beads. Just like that. And now I'm going to take these two tails and cross them to form a ring. Like this. I'm going to use these nylon pliers and I'm going to grab the two pieces of wire like this. Let me just tighten this circle a little bit. So that's what you want. And now I'm going to twist it. You don't want to twist it too much because the wire will break. Let me straighten these two pieces. So this is what you want. And now I'm going to bend the wire towards the center of the ring. Using my pliers, I'm going to pull it like this. And that's what you want. Let me show you what it looks like from this side. This is actually a very easy technique. So that's step one. And this time I'm going to use a piece of 20 gauge wire. This piece measures about 1 3/4 inches. Using flat nose pliers, I'm going to grab it like this, about 3/8 of an inch down, something like that. Bend it. Using round nose pliers, I'm going to grab the end so that it's flush with my barrels, and I'm going to form a loop. Let me flatten it. And now I'm going to load one of these lantern beads and the ring. And I'm loading the ring with the wire facing up. So now comes the tricky part. I'm going to grab that ring and I'm going to go ahead and twist the wire around. Let me get some pliers to make it easier. And it doesn't have to be neat because all of this is going to be hidden. As you can see, I just did a couple of wraps. That's all I did. And now I'm going to snip off the excess using flush cutters. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to push those wraps down so they're hidden inside that ring. Just like that. I'm not sure if you guys can see. And now I'm going to load another one of these beads and push it down. So you really don't see those wraps at all. Let me grab the wire with my pliers. As you can see, I'm pushing that bead down. And now I'm going to bend it, snip off the excess, leaving 3/8 of an inch. Grab the wire with my round nose pliers and form a loop. Let me straighten out that loop and close it. And now I'm going to grab it again. And with these pliers, I'm going to straighten out my loops so they're facing the same direction. And that's what we have. You want to make sure that the beads are up against each other really snug. That's the key. You don't want them loose. It's actually a very easy beaded component to make. So now I'm going to show you how to make this one. For these, I'm going to use 20 gauge wire, and this piece is about 1 1/4 inches long. I'm going to grab it 3/8 of an inch down, bend it, grab the end with my round nose pliers, form a loop, make sure the loop is centered and closed. Let me flatten it, and I'm going to load one of these like that. Grab the wire with my pliers, bend it, snip off the excess, leaving 3/8 of an inch. Grab it again, make sure it's flush, and form a loop. Let me straighten out my loops. And that's all there is to it. Very, very easy. And I'm estimating that I'm going to need about 12 of these and 12 of these, but that depends on how long you want your necklace. Mine's going to be at my collarbone, and for me, it'll be about 16 or 17 inches. I'm thinking probably 17 by the time I add the clasp. But the nice thing about this necklace is that you can connect it as you go along until you get the length that you want. So let me show you how to connect them. You're going to open up this loop like this. Slide it on, and that's it. And now close it. And that's all there is to it. Now when you go to open up the loops of these beaded components, you want to make sure you hold on to your beads like this so they don't loosen up. And as far as the colors, I'm just going to distribute them evenly. So I'm going to have this one next, and maybe a pink one, and then this one, and maybe a gold one. Let me just move this up a little bit. And now one of these, and so on and so forth. I think this color is taupe, so taupe, pink, gold, taupe, pink, gold, and so on and so forth, with these fancy ones in between. So let me go ahead and do these off camera, and then I'll come back, attach the extended chain and the clasp. So I'll see you in a few moments. Well, I'm back, and as you can see, I've connected all my components. And I did measure the entire length, and it measures about 16 inches. So if you wanted something longer, obviously you'd have to make more components. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach an extended chain and the clasp. And like I said, I will be embellishing the extended chain. So here it is. And here I have a ball head pin and one of the lantern beads, which is the larger bead that I used in these components. I'm going to grab the pin with my round nose pliers, like this, bend it, switch to this part of the pin, wrap the tail around the nose, flip the pliers around, continue to wrap to the back. Let me open up that loop a little bit, insert my chain into it. I'm going to grab this loop with some pliers, like this, grab the tail, and do a couple of wraps. Snip off the excess. Tuck that little tail in. So there's my extended chain. Here's my lobster clasp and my 4mm jump ring. Let me go ahead and open the jump ring. Slide the lobster clasp into it. If I can grab it. Attach it to the necklace like this. Close up my jump ring. So that part's done. And to attach the extended chain, I'm simply going to open up this loop. Like that. Slide the chain into it. And close up the loop. So there's my pretty necklace, and I do want to model it for you. But before I do, I'm going to make a pair of earrings. I've already made one, as you can see. It has the same beads as the necklace. It has this fancy beaded component, and then one of the larger ones hanging below. I've already made one of the beaded components, And here I have one of the large beads on a ball head pin. I'm going to grab it with my round nose pliers, bend it, switch to this part, wrap the tail around the nose, flip the pliers around, continue to wrap to the back. Let me grab that loop, grab the tail, and do a couple of wraps. Snip off the excess. Let me tuck in that end. Here's an ear wire hook. I'm going to go ahead and open up this loop. Slide the hook into it. Close it up. And now I'm going to open up this end. Slide this bead into it. And close up the loop. So this earring's done. I think these earrings are really cute. I hope you like them as well, and I hope you like the necklace. The whole set's going to look really pretty outside in the sunlight. So anyway guys, I know today's tutorial was kind of easy, but I'm hoping you learned something by making these beaded components. They're kind of unique and very pretty. As always, I'd like to go ahead and model this set for you, so please stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.